Hey, good morning. What's happening, everyone? No Meinl Cafe this morning from good old Julius. This is just regular filter coffee in no less than my beautiful Manly Labs tube mug. Tubes rule. Anyway, here, check it out. Can you see it? Oh, I guess you can't because the light is off. There you go. So, hope everyone had a great 4th of July. We obviously have here in the U.S. a holiday only second to probably Christmas and New Year's, so everything's closed. If the holiday falls on a weekend, generally that Monday we all have off, so we're all enjoying a quiet Monday today. So I figured, hey, why not make a video? But first, a quick sip of my coffee. What am I going to talk about today? Well, I figured we did master tapes last week. What else did I do? I did, the DS Audio Optical Cartridge Review, which is, phenomenal to see that so many people are digging it. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. I'm up to, I think, 2,610 or 12 subscribers now, which is absolutely phenomenal. Blows my mind that so many of you are taking time out of your day to tune in to listen to what I have to say. So, hey, that almost rhymes. So, what is all this great equipment without having the right music? So today is just going to be a simple, just records. Let's see what we got. First up, a great Mexican artist, electronic musician, goes by the stage name Murcof. His name is Fernando Corona, and he's been out probably, 15 years now, 20 years maybe. Beautiful, beautiful melodic electronic music. It kind of goes from down tempo to, up tempo, mid tempo. He did a collaboration, which is what this 3 LP set, no less, is all about, which is the Alias Sessions, which is a Swiss ballet and ballet act, and he scored the music for it, so it's quite long, hence the 3 records. Incredible sonics, very melodic, dark, abstract. 45 RPM audiophile would love this, and I picked it up last week. Sounds incredible. Beautiful electronic music. You should check out all of his other records as well. Very prolific performer. Totally dig his style. You can really, you can use it to set up your hi-fi. You can listen to the depth and scaling and all the percussive elements and stuff. Just phenomenal. Great record. Murcof, the Alias Sessions. Next up, another favorite of mine, London Grammar. A trio from the UK. Gal and 2 guys, 3 BFFs if it were. They formed in 2009, which is kind of, forever and a half ago these days. But they came out with their first record in 2013. And of course, that first record had the hit Wasting All My Young Years. And it's so funny, that came out in 2013. I brought it to a record show, a HiFi show in 2014. I believe it was the Newport show. And sure enough, huge hit. Obviously everyone else started picking up on it. And, for a year or two, everybody at HiFi shows was playing it. Now, of course, I'm not the only guy that had anything to do with the proliferation of London Grammar in the high-end audio circles. But I have to say that every time I played that, the room is generally like, whoa, this is really cool. Who are these guys? And, sound quality is to die for. They did a really good job on that first album. The second album, which, come to think of it, I can't even think of the name of right now, which goes to show how highly I think of it. The second album was kind of okay. It really didn't really do much for me. This third one, it's called California Soil. And as someone who's lived in the lovely state of California for 25 years, 26 years, Nice to see someone pick the name California. Great record. My copy is the special limited edition with only 2 cup holders. Just kidding, of course. It is the blue vinyl, clear blue vinyl, see-through, UHQR, one step, SRX, VX900, DBX, Dolby C version. I'm just kidding, guys. Of course it's not. That said, it's not a bad record. I mean, they did a good job. I think it's much better than their second album. Not quite as good as the first, but it's got some cool songs on it. It's too bad that they only did a single LP. The first one came on 2, so they spaced it out a little more. So anyway, worth checking out. Next up, one of my favorites. Yeah, introduced to me by none other than Dave Clark from Positive Feedback, a magazine that was my first magazine that I started writing for, 21 years ago. Hard to believe it's been 21 years that I've been associated with Positive Feedback. And of course, it's none other than his band Lambchop. And this is called Showtunes. Came out, I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Absolutely fabulous. If you haven't heard of Lambchop yet, very much sort of an indie singer-songwriter. Beautiful, beautiful music. Phenomenal musicianship. Command of the instruments. When you see them live, I have not, but when you look them up on YouTube, there's like 10, 15, 20 people in the band. Everybody's playing their own little instrument. A phenomenal recording quality on pretty much all of their records. And save for the first couple, I think this is like number 15 or so. Very prolific performer and recording artist. And I have to say, it's this first album that I got associated with him is it's called Is a Woman, and man, that's what a record. Go check it out. If just stream it on Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal or whatever, and listen if you like it before you commit to buying it. Phenomenal artist, beautiful music. Lambchop Showtunes. Next up, I'm pretty sure this gentleman here is an LA native, John Carroll Kirby, and his latest record called Septet. Similar to not really London Grammar, probably an amalgamation of London Grammar meets Murcof meets what I'm trying to think, maybe Moby in some ways. Very moody. Some of the music is rather moody. Some of it is dark, some of it is more hip and popular. Like this record is definitely a 2 LP. It's a jazz, well, I think they file it under jazz. Let's call it jazz electronic music. That's probably the best way to put it. Phenomenal. The guy can go from writing simple piano tunes to massively orchestrated jazz stuff to electronic, dark, down-tempo music. And, just phenomenal. I picked this up at Fingerprints, my local record shop here in Long Beach, which is where I got introduced to his first album a couple of years ago. Check it out. John Carroll Kirby, Septet. Terrific. Next up, what do we have next up? Let's do Yusef Lateef. This is Before Dawn. This is, of course, the Vinyl Me Please reissue that just shipped on beautiful splattered blue vinyl. Of course, good luck trying to find a copy now. It's sold out. Thank you very much. I believe they only did 500 copies of this, and I guess I'm the lucky one. I just noticed I have copy number 86. All right. I'm opening the bidding right now. If you want to buy this, no, just kidding. Very unknown, or I'm told it's an unknown record. Love Yusef Lateef, love his style. Came out on the Verve label. Check it out. Probably on Spotify, Tidal, or Apple Music, because again, unless you want to pay triple or quadruple on eBay or Discogs, you're not going to find this record unless, of course, Vinyl Me Please decides to repress it, which I hope they will. Next up, this is a catalog title, or I call it a catalog title. that I've been looking for quite some time. Impossible to find a clean copy. I tried twice on eBay, once on Discogs, and got noisy copies both time around, original pressings, and I'm talking, of course, about nothing else or none other than Talk Talk and the album Laughing Stock, of course. This particular one is part of their the Universal Back to Black reissue series that launched 10-15 years ago. You know, the recording of this is phenomenal. I'm pretty sure it's very well done. Unfortunately, the damn pressing quality is complete shite. And so it sort of reminds me, in fact, I'm really not surprised. You know, Mark Hollis, of course, the lead singer of Talk Talk, has had his original single LP come out, his first one and only record. And it, too, took me 3 copies to get before I finally got a quiet copy. My guess is I'm going to have to go through the same thing here. I would not be surprised if these are pressed at exactly the same plant, which at this point I have no idea where it was. But it's, beautiful, very, very sort of melancholic music. But this record is just shitty pressing. Sorry, what can I say? Next up, Blake Mills, Mutable Set. Another singer-songwriter, came out. I first introduced myself, or I should say, I got introduced to him first with his record, yellow cover or yellow font, Hey Ho, or Hi Ho, or something like Hi Ho. I think it's Hi Ho. And I didn't really care too much about it. It was okay. This one, Mutable Set, double LP, very melodic, phenomenal recording quality. I mean, man, you can hear the instruments really, really well. If you're having issues with your hi-fi, put this on and it'll reveal to you if something sounds murky or, it's not tight, it's not, it doesn't have the resolution that you would expect it to. Something's not up with your record player, or check the azimuth or whatever. But it's a killer record. Beautiful music. Highly recommend it. Mutable Set by Blake Mills. And incidentally, he's got another record coming out. I believe it's shipping. I just pre-ordered it not too long ago. It's going to ship at the end of July. Last but not least, one of my favorite topics, and I in fact will do a classical only video soon, because I think classical music really gets no love from the vinyl community, and hardly anyone that I see even reviewing hi-fi gear, talking about hi-fi gear, really uses classical music, which is a shame. There's so much incredible music out there. It's the foundation for all the Western pop music in many ways. And, anyway, this is on Deutsche Grammophon, the great Daniil Trifonov, conducted by the absolutely phenomenal Valery Gergiev with the Mariinsky Orchestra. It's a quad LP set. 4 LPs, you heard that right. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4 records. I mean, dude, this is almost a box set, right? Incredible craftsmanship. The way he plays, I was lucky to actually see him live in concert just before COVID hit. I'm pretty sure it was January last year at Soka University down in towards Carlsbad here in lovely SoCal. Phenomenal college, and they have a beautiful music hall that they invite obviously guests to play in. And he came, and man, I tell you, I think he played a Prokofiev piano concerto, and it was absolutely phenomenal. In fact, I know it was Prokofiev. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is Scriabin, Stravinsky, and Prokofiev on this record that he plays with Gergiev. And man, the command he has over the piano, reminds me a little bit of Martha Argerich in a way that, they can the melodies they can play, and just the, you know, when he uses the pedals, I mean, phenomenal. Awesome, awesome, awesome piano player. And of course, one of my favorite contemporary conductors, Valery Gergiev. In fact, if you don't have it already, check out the Rite of Spring that he conducted with the St. Petersburg Symphony. Early 2000 or late 99, late 98. It's a Philips analog recording with tube mics, either AKGs or Neumanns, I forgot which one. Absolutely unbelievable recording quality. And of course, Gergiev with the Rite of Spring, you know, he's doing a phenomenal job with it. But, you know, yeah, classical music. I mean, gosh, you know, please pick up some classical records and play them. It's, you know, I'm glad to see Deutsche Grammophon sticks with it, obviously. You know, they're the historic classical music label, if it were. They pivoted, obviously, in modern times to contemporary artists on the, you know, new classical repertoire. You know, our very own noted and archived Michael Müller, of course, with his band and compatriot Bal Moret. They are now with Deutsche Grammophon, which is absolutely awesome. Check out that record if you don't have it already. And, you know, Moby just signed with Deutsche Grammophon, so it's good to see them pivoting. That said, you know, gosh, classical music, we need more of it. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I will drop the links below in the comment section where you can find all these lovely records. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.